Hello, most beautiful souls. Have we ever taken the time to thank you? Seriously, thank you just for who you are. Not even what you do, which of course is magnificent and incredible. You are the cutting edge of divine consciousness. You are the expansion of all that is that Source, God, put out and embodied and imbued you. If that's not magnificent enough, even though you're doing that, it's just that you are incredible. Think about that for a moment. A lot of you listening to this may identify with only your body. 100 trillion cells cooperating with each other, conscious, passing nutrients and chemicals and information so you can have the experience you're having. You have more neurons in your brain than there are stars in your galaxy. Do we need to continue with how incredible you are? What we're hoping is that you can actually just receive it. Receive it. Your holiday of Thanksgiving is coming, and the channel Peter, liking to play with words, thought, why not talk about thanks receiving instead of Thanksgiving? So we're happy to oblige. And it's not just to talk about it, but it's to send you gratitude in this moment. If you're not feeling loved and respected, play this video over and over because you are loved and respected. Just because of your own being, not what you do or the external measures. Yes, those are wonderful, of course, but your own incredible beingness. Now, your scientists have measured different frequencies, and some of the more esoteric ones are starting to be able to attach energetic values to emotions that people generate. Your Heart Math Institute is very good at this and can see fields that are generated, knowing that your heart is 10,000 times more of a magnetic generator than your brain. Yeah, your heart. And of course, you associate love with your heart. So it makes sense to think that, oh, love is a very, very powerful, measured emotion. But do you know it comes out even higher on that scale? Gratitude. And that's because gratitude has with it everything in love, plus ascending back a thank you for the love that's being shown. This becomes a loop then, generating its own torsion vortex field. And if you focus on it and power it, it becomes its own entity or thing into the world. How do you think manifestation takes place? How do you think creation took place? And you have that power within you. That's alone cause to be grateful. And that's alone reason for us to give you our thanks. But then you can do more with it. Many of your recovery programs like the slogan of attitude of gratitude. And so do we. Simple recovery tricks that helped the channel Peter early on was a gratitude list. Just every day, what am I grateful for? And some days the list was very short, like, I woke up. But it's a start because you focus on it, and the power of focus creates expansion, and that creates more gratitude, and that leads to what we're speaking about today. Thanks. It's not just the giving, it's the receiving. Because as you give your gratitude, then people can't help but respond. Years and years ago, the channel Peter was in a work situation where there were two factions in the office that were fighting with each other, and both factions liked him, and he didn't understand why. And then he realized not too long before this schism happened, he'd made it a point to say nice things to people just because he did not have the ability to see something nice in somebody. So he practiced it. And it was very difficult at first. Almost all of you would start with, wow, I like your shirt, or that's a nice blouse, or your hair looks good. Just something complimentary. And then people at the slightest thing would just light up. Oh, thank you. So this was an example of how hungry they were to receive thanks. And then it became real. It wasn't just, oh, he had to look for it. It became real. And then it became beyond the superficial. And now, this many years later, here it is looking at individuals and seeing incredible aspects of God. Of course, he's still working on it. Of course, the channel Peter's still trying to see everybody in that light instead of just judging them as his mind is habitually want to do. But this is the process we're in. So, as a soul, as a soul who is expressing in this body, in this channel, we're so pleased with how far he's come. But we're even more pleased with you because we are connected and we see how you are becoming by simply looking and giving gratitude and then receiving gratitude because you are so worthy. Your holiday of Thanksgiving is coming up. And it's funny, the channel Peter and his wife celebrate Thanksgiving several times a year. They have June Thanksgiving, July Thanksgiving. They wait till the day after Thanksgiving and go buy turkeys and put them in the freezer so they can come out and just say, it's time for another Thanksgiving with all the trappings, turkey included. That's his little foible. And he is so happy doing that. And you can do that whether or not you choose to celebrate it with a feast. And that's what we're here to remind you of on this holiday. So as this week comes up, we invite you. Can you find instances to give gratitude? And more importantly, can you make sure you receive gratitude? This is not an easy thing to request. No, Channel Peter, even though he can sit there and know that he makes these comments to you every week, he's not really making them, but he is because we're part of him and he's part of us. So there you go. And even though he gives these, he knows he's got his foibles. And a lot of times he's with Thanksgiving and people have traditions and they all go around saying what they're grateful for. And he cannot connect to what they're grateful for. And sometimes they're grateful for him and he cannot connect with that at different times. You see how does hard let that in? His wife did a beautiful thing years ago. She decided that for her birthday, she was going to have a love bath and everybody was going to sit around and say something they liked about her. And he watched this with boggled eyes, such a thing, because she was drinking it in. Then many years later, he had the courage to say, I want that. And then he got time to receive it. And just like his Grinch and the Christmas stories that he enjoys, his heart got 2 sizes too big. And so can yours. So maybe for your Thanksgiving, you might want to, instead of saying what you're grateful for, which is very good and very important, also say what you admire about each person you celebrate with and spend time thank receiving in addition to just thank giving. See, it goes so deep. It goes so deep. Many people struggle with wealth and it's like, how can they get that? They can't hold the consciousness for it. Well, your external world is a reflection of your internal world. If you're struggling with wealth, there's parts of you that are not happy with you. So spend some time to go to those parts and just love them up. Welcome them. Not time for judgment of yourself. Channel Peter used to be allergic to cats, but his wife really, really loved them. Really loved them. So he finally decided that he was going to get some cats and he would love them until he was no longer allergic. What a concept. And it only took 6 months. Now, it was 6 months of dealing with allergies, but it only took 6 months. And now he gets endless love because they cuddle with him all the time. More important, he gets to accept them when they do their cat things because they do things that are not happy making. And yet he loves them despite of what they are. So his lesson in learning to love these cats, which first caused him allergy, talk about that kind of reaction, and then seeing things that make his life difficult and still loving them. His lesson is he can apply this to all the entities he meets, humanity, and start to understand, wow, am I allergic to this? They're making my life difficult. Can I love them? It's an interesting lesson right in your household if you have pets that you love. Can you apply that externally, unconditionally? Just play with it some. Go to your cat or your dog and say, I love you conditionally. I only love you these times of the day when you do that. These other times, no. See how long that lasts. See if you can even pull that off. Ah, that's where humanity is headed. As we enter into the oneness field, it's not we're all going to be the same. No, no, no. But we're going to love each other that way. And so, we're not here to tell you, oh, go do that to other people. It's not like you have enough to do. Ascension is so hard, right? All these energies are changing, and there's so much uncertainty, and there's pressures about this and that, and there's all the letting go you have to do, and there's the clear, clear, clear. We tell you all the time that is really the key that fuels your ascension. So, we're not here to tell you to go out there and be grateful or do this. We're here to tell you to just enjoy and receive. And if you can, start with this message. We love you. You are worthy. You are divine. You are magnificent. You're not the child of God. You are the expression of God before my eyes. And thank you for that. However you choose to express it, whatever you add to the beautiful milieu, the soup of humanity, thank you for that flavor. Please spend some time drinking that in. Please do. And if you want the adventure and you do share Thanksgiving with others, play the game of what are you grateful for in each other, not just in the world, and really, really receive it. It's an infinite stream of love as your consciousness grows and expands. Drink, be happy, be healthy. You are magnificent. Blessed are you among humans because you hear and feel your own worth, allowing you to know that the divine is in you, is expressing as you. Stay blessed. This is Peter D. Thank you so much for your support. We're all doing our best to help humanity ascend. Please like this video and subscribe to this channel so YouTube will place these messages where more people can see them. And of course, you can always check the links below if you'd like to book a channeled spiritual coaching session or make a donation. Much appreciation.